Hello dear students, in our previous video we studied that the writer had a special wish that once he want to sit in his car without having his coat out of the car when he closes the door of his car, and he also wants to put on some light colored trousers and spend the whole day without having any spot on it, particularly of chewing gum, cold drink, ice cream, or any motor oil. So, after having this will, we will continue today's class. So, get ready for it. Now, what he says in this paragraph, what he said that whenever he traveled with his family members through the air route, so whatever he got on the plane to eat, his wife asked his children to open the lid of the box or open the packet. And whenever the writer was going to cut his meat, his wife also asked his children to put on their hood as he was going to cut meat, and anything could be happen. The meat could have been slipped from his mouth, as he always commits mistakes. So this was a very strange thing which was asked by his wife to his children whenever they were traveling with family. And further he says, when he traveled alone, at that time he tried to not drink anything, not eat anything, even he does not tie his shoelaces, and he kept the pen, or he never kept his pen near his mouth. So these are the things which writer does not perform while he was traveling in any plane. And sometimes he just sit very quietly without doing anything, and he mentions the reason this is not for the fun, this is for keeping our clothes clean and tidy, and it will reduce the laundry bill. It means when the clothes will not turn dirty, so there will be less need for cleaning and washing those clothes, and it will reduce the laundry bill. Okay. And next, in this next paragraph, whatever he tries, he said that I never did get my frequent flyer miles. Sorry. So dear students, as we studied before that, the writer had joined a frequent flyer program, and under that program the writer had got a card, and applying that card whenever he used to fly through air route, he got some free passes or some free miles to fly. So now in this paragraph he is mentioning about that he never encashed those miles which were offered through that frequent flyer program, and this was his real frustration. It means whenever he was unable to utilize that service or in cash free miles, he was completely frustrated after that. And he also provides data that in a year he used to travel 100,000 miles, and yet he had collected only 212 air miles and that were also divided in 23 airlines. It means of 23 airlines, he gained only 212 miles free passage, while he covered 100,000 miles per year through aerial route. So it was a very pitiful condition, and he cites reason for this low performance, or this little gathering or accumulating of 212 miles. He said that this is due to two reasons. Either he forgets to utilize his card whenever he checks in at the airport, or the second reason is that the check-in clerk refuses him by saying that he was not entitled to avail that facility. So these are the two reasons, and any of these two reasons is always with him. And he also cites one example. When he was traveling to Australia, when he was traveling to Australia in January, so at that time some strange event or some strange mishappening happened with him, and that happening is completely or fully related to our daily life. So you must be very careful in that case. Let me explain what is the case. The case is that when he checked in at the airport, at that time the check-in clerk refused him from giving him the facility of that frequent flyer plan or program, by saying that there was difference in names. On the card it was written B Bryson, and on the ticket it was written B Bryson, and on the card it was written W Bryson. On the ticket it was written B Bryson, and on the card it was written W Bryson. So this was the difference in the spelling of his name. So due to this misspelling or difference in his spellings of name, the clerk refused him from giving him the facility. And at that I explained to her the close and vulnerable relationship between Bill and William, but she wouldn't have it. Okay. At that moment, the writer tried his best to explain the close and vulnerable relationship between Bill and William, that these letters are always confused, or people generally commit mistakes using B and W. But the clerk who was sitting there, she did not admit his reason, and finally she refused to give him the facility, and due to which he had to travel. He could not travel in first class to Bali in his whole life. So I didn't get my air miles, and I won't be flying to Bali first class just yet. Okay, perhaps just as well. Really, I could never go that along without eating. Okay, so he is at last citing this reason, that due to this he never got a chance to fly Bali in a first class. And he also cites that whenever he traveled a long distance through aerial route, he could not stop himself from eating anything in that traveling time. So the chapter completes here. Notes question answers of the chapter will be provided you in PDF form through the English group of your class, and you have to note those notes down in your copy. uh, Thank you for watching this video, and from tomorrow we will continue our grammar portion. Thank you everyone. Thank you.